Hello and welcome to this intermediate yoga flow for strength and flexibility. As we only have 20 minutes for this practice, we're going to get into it straight away. So come and join me in tabletop. Just take a moment to place your hands and knees. Just mindfully feeling into the body. You can start by swaying side to side. We'll incorporate a gentle wrist warm-up. You could also begin to snake the hips side to side, inviting a little bit of movement through the spine. Then shift your weight all the way over to the right side. Create a fist with the left hand. Slowly roll out your wrist a few times anti-clockwise. And then clockwise. Shift the weight over to the left side. Roll out your right hand a few times clockwise. And then anti-clockwise. Place the right hand back on the mat. Come into a neutral spine. With an inhale, dip your belly, arch your spine. And start to send your hips back to your heels, nice and slow. As you exhale, begin rounding your spine and wave forwards, bringing the shoulders over the wrists. Inhale as you arch, dipping the belly, moving back. Exhale as you round and wave forwards. Keep this flowing with your breath. You could start to exaggerate the movement and pause a moment in child's pose. And then come all the way forwards into a baby cobra. Come back into a neutral position, so shoulders stacking wrists, hips over knees. Walk your hands forward and sink your chest down into puppy pose. So go nice and slowly here, give your shoulders a chance to adjust. And you can either rest your chin or your forehead on the mat. Slowing down the breath as we pause here. And then keep your hands where they are, look forwards, and bring your chest forwards to come into Sphinx. Coming down to the forearms, you may need to adjust them and walk them a little bit further forwards. Press the forearms into the mat, expand your chest. Inhale as you roll your shoulders back. Exhale deeply. Bring hands under shoulders, push back into tabletop. Then tucking your toes super slowly, pick up the hips, come back to downward facing dog. Start with a generous bend in your knees. Keep your heels off the mat and just gently walk out your dog. You could do this by picking one foot up at a time, transferring weight into the other foot. Or you could keep both feet on the mat and just practice straightening out one leg at a time. And finding stillness, keeping the heels raised and a generous bend in the knees. Twist your knees to the right, gaze under your right shoulder. Big breath in here. Exhale, come back through center, twisting the knees over to the left as you gaze under your left shoulder. Inhale deeply. Exhale, come back through center. One more time, inhale, twisting to the right, gazing under your right shoulder. If you'd like a little bit of a challenge, you could reach the right arm up here. Really press through your left hand so that you're supported. Exhale, spin back through center. Inhale, knees will go to the left. Gaze will go under the left arm. And if you are going for the challenge, left arm will reach up. Continue to press through the right hand. Hold for breath in. And come back through center. This time you could straighten your legs out in downward dog, finding what feels good. Then lifting the right leg high, opening out the hip, inhale. Exhale, step through to low lunge. Inhale, arms will lift. You could cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together, encourage the chest to open. Then reaching your arms forwards, press through the front foot as you straighten the leg and the hips will move back. Then flex the front foot so you start to feel that deep stretch down the back of the leg. Arms will stay reaching forwards, or you could bring the fingertips down for a little added support. Hold for breath in. Exhale. Rebend the front knee, cactusing the arms. Inhale as you come through to your low lunge. Exhale, arms will reach forwards. Front leg will straighten, hips will move back. Half split. Inhale, cactus your arms. Rebend the front knee. Last time in your low lunge. Exhale, reach the arms forward, straighten the front leg, half split. Good. And lowering your hands for support, relax chin to chest, pause. Take a full breath in. Exhale, rebend the front knee, plant your hands, step back to plank. Holding for a deep breath in, pressing the floor away. Option to lower your knees as you lower yourself down to your belly. Keep the hands under the shoulders. Inhale as you lift your chest into cobra. Slowly rolling the shoulders down the back. Exhale, come back to down dog. And lifting the left leg high, opening out the hip. Step through to low lunge. Arms will reach up. Then you can cactus your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together to invite the chest to open. Then reach your arms forwards. Press through your front foot to straighten the leg and shift the hips back. Flex the front foot. You could always use the hands for stabilizers here. With your inhale, come back to low lunge, cactusing your arms, opening your chest. As you exhale, move back, half split. One more time, inhale through to your low lunge. Exhale into your half split. This time you can lower your hands down, relax chin to chest, and we'll pause here. Good. Rebend the front knee, plant your hands, step to plank. Moving with your breath, hold for an inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. There's always the option to lower the knees. This time, roll onto the tops of your feet and press up into upward facing dog. If this is too much, you could lower the legs and find a little bend in the elbows to bring yourself into cobra. On your exhale, pick up the hips, push back to downward facing dog. Lifting the right leg high, opening out the hip. Then looking forwards, step your foot in between your hands. Reach your arms up for high lunge. With your exhale, open out the back foot. Open the arms into a T shape for warrior two. Then bring the hands behind you, clasp the hands together, and draw your hands down towards your sacrum, towards your tailbone. Puff up your chest with an inhale. And as you exhale, fold forwards towards the inside of your front leg. Bring chin to chest. And the hands can either stay close to the lower back, or you can begin lifting them up and away towards the sky. With your inhale, lift your chest back up. Open your arms out into a T shape. Start to straighten your front leg. Bend your back knee and slowly lower your hips towards the back of your mat. And you can either come into a side lunge, or you could sink the hips all the way down into Skanasana, perhaps using the hands for stabilizers here, or bringing hands into prayer. Press into the left foot as you straighten the back leg, rebend the front knee, and step back to plank. Holding for breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Always option to lower the knees. With your inhale, you're either finding your cobra or your upward dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale to lift the left leg high, opening the hip. And gazing forward, step the left foot forwards. Reach your arms up. Inhale in your high lunge. Exhale, open out the back foot, coming into your warrior two, arms reaching away from you. Then clasp the hands behind the back and draw your hands down towards your sacrum, towards your tailbone. Inhale, puff up your chest. Exhale, fold towards the inside of your front leg and gaze down to relax the neck. The hands can start to lift away from the back if it feels good for you. Inhale, lifting back up. Release the interlace of the fingers, open your arms wide. And straighten your front leg, start to bend the back knee. And you decide how low you can go. Take it gradually. You could pause in your side lunge, or you could come all the way down for Skanasana. Always the option to use the hands for support or bring hands into prayer. And pressing through the right foot as you straighten the right leg and rebend your front knee. Plant your hands and step to plank. Holding for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale through to your back bend of choice. It could be cobra, it could be upward facing dog. With your exhale, join me back in downward facing dog. Relaxing chin into chest, take a full breath in. Exhale it out. And then gazing to the top of your mat, you can hop, step, or jump the feet to the hands to find forward fold. Exhale all the breath out in your fold. Then start to round your back and roll all the way up to stand. Shift your weight into your left foot and then hug the right knee into your chest. As you do this, you may experience a few wobbles, so take a moment to ground through the left foot. Then the right hand can take a hold of your big toe. You could also use a strap if you've got one. Extend the right leg in front of you, and you're looking to press your foot either into your strap or into your hand. Lift from the crown of your head, stand even taller. And keeping your gaze focused on one spot to help with the balance, start to open the leg out to the side. Keeping your breath steady. Slowly bring the leg back forwards and release the leg down. It can help to pedal out the legs after spending a lot of time on one side. And then we'll switch. So shifting the weight into the right foot, hug the left knee into your chest to begin. Take a moment to ground here, to find your center. Then the right hand will hold the big toe, or you could use a strap as you extend the leg in front of you. And you're pressing your foot either into your hand or your strap, lifting from the crown of your head as you stand tall. Slowly open the leg out to the side, keeping your gaze focused on one spot. Gradually bring the leg forwards and slowly release the foot down. Paddle out the legs if you need to. Then turn side onto your mat, step the feet wide. Keep the heels where they are, but turn your toes outwards. And bend your knees to sink your hips into goddess. Resting the left forearm on the thigh, reach your right arm up and over. So you're stretching down the right side of the body, leaning to the left slightly. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, we'll windmill the arms. So the right forearm will rest on the thigh, left arm will reach up and over. Leaning to your right slightly as you lengthen down the left side. Take a full breath in. Exhale, come back through center. Bring hands into prayer. Lower your hips just a little bit further. Holding 2 more breaths. And straighten your legs. Bring your feet in parallel. Hands can come to hips as you fold forwards. And you can use your hands for support on the ground here. You may need to bend your knees ever so slightly so that you can reach the floor. If you do have a pair of blocks, you could use them too. Walk your hands over to your right foot and fold towards your right leg. And then walking the hands over to the left foot, folding over the left leg. Walk the hands back through center. Bring hands to hips as you inhale, lift all the way up. Then step your feet together and come and sit down on your mat. You can place the hands behind you for support. Legs are bent in front of you. Gently knock the knees to the right side. And then turn your body around so your hands come behind you. This may already be enough of a twist. If so, stay here. If you'd like to go further, you could come down to the forearms. Begin to slow your breath now. If it helps, you could close your eyes. And we'll switch sides now, so just lifting yourself up if you came down to your forearms. Swing the knees over to the left side. Start by turning around. Walk your hands behind you. And you can either stay up on the hands or come down to the forearms. Relaxing chin in towards the chest. Continuing to deepen the breath. Slowly release the twist, turn to face forwards, and come and lie down on your back. And as you lie down, you can extend your legs and relax your arms either side your body as we settle in for a short but sweet Shavasana. Deepen your breath. And start to move the fingers and toes. One by one, hug your knees into your chest. And roll onto your side. Join me back in a seated position when you're ready. And just sitting up nice and tall, relax your shoulders down your back. And if your eyes are still closed, you can slowly open them. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I really appreciate your time and your energy, and I'll see you next time.